Isaiah, just early on impressions of Barry. How have you two gotten to know each other?
I would say it's a great relationship. I believe he's a great leader, great guy. I like the way, like, I don't know if y'all seen today, but we start dancing in the middle of the practice. But I feel like he brings a certain like type of swagger to the team leadership, and I feel like that's what we need on the offensive side of the ball.
How are you getting used to having Tommy back there? And it seems like he's got a lot of swagger.
Yeah, like both of them together, like they bring a lot of swagger to the team. Tommy, like one of those guys, like you just happy to be on the field with. Like when you're on the field with Tommy, you just happy. It's a great feeling. So he like us. He got that swagger to him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's third different offense in 3 years for you. Just what's that like? Maybe just kind of hitting the reset button, learning something new again in the spring.
I feel like it's a great thing. I feel like it's something that I'm capable of doing. I like to take on that challenge, like learning something new in a short period of time. I love it. Like I done got used to it, so I believe it's gonna help me a lot because learning different offenses, and just learning different things within them offenses. I believe it helped me, with this new offense. Things that I learned in the last offense, it kind of helped me with this offense, even though it's different. So I feel like I can take on the challenge, and I love it.
What's been the process, like where you just keep learning something maybe different, new about it every day, and maybe something that sticks out as like, okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, what's that?
As far as like the playbook or like the receiver, like something that stick out to me about learning without, just the speed of it. I went from Coach Rod Smith offense where it was tempo. Then last year I went from an offense that was huddle every time. Now it's back to tempo. So just the conditioning part of it, that's been great.
Do you kind of prefer that tempo as kind of a quick guy?
Yeah, I love it. Getting on the ball, catching defense, slipping. They tired, we not. It make it easier to score and make big plays.
Sorry, I guess what's kind of been your first impression of Sean and some of those younger receivers who kind of step up?
Oh yeah, Shine, Chase, all them young guys. The talent they bring as young freshmen, and not even that. The maturity they bring. I believe like them guys coming from IMG, like they got a different type of maturity. Like I come in here. Usually I'm like, okay, I'm coming here at 8 and catch at night. I'm thinking I'm going to be the only one. Then here catching 400 passes. So I'm like, dang, okay. Okay, so the maturity they bring, is big time. And as more guys come in, they'll be leaders soon, and guys can follow after them.
Yeah, I guess how does that kind of ease the burden on you as kind of a leader where you don't have to, I guess, teach them as many of those kind of procedural or like working things? If that makes sense?
It make it easier. You can almost just lead by example. They just gonna follow because they already know it. They done did it. Coming from IMG, it's different over there. They have to grow up a little bit fast. They by themselves. It's almost like college and high school. So that maturity they bring, it makes it easier for me. Like I don't really have to say too much for them because they know what they're supposed to do. All I gotta do is lead by example when it comes to certain college things that they probably haven't experienced. They just watch me.
It was your first official practice with Tommy. What's necessary for you guys to get into a good rhythm with each other going into the year?
Just steady throwing. It's just spring bars early on. We got spring, then we got summer. Just steady throwing and getting used to each other and just building a relationship.
When you're learning a third playbook in 3 years, what's the important things? Like you've done this before. What are the important things that you have to do to pick it up at a good pace?
You got to start early. So when a coach first get here, you want to start early. You don't want to wait till spring ball to start and then start learning offense. You want to learn early, so when you get to spring ball, you just cruise through it, and then it gets easier and easier from there. Once you learn the basics of the offense, the harder things that we're going to add in later, like it's going to be easier to learn.
When they announced Barry, did you go through and watch their game here last year to see what it was like? Like how much background did you do before you actually met him?
Oh yeah, I remember the game when they said UTSA head coach. I was like, oh yeah, they had a good offense. So I went to go watch some film when he got here. I went to go watch some film. Liked one of the receivers. I like the receivers, and I like number 4. I liked how they used them guys. So I liked how he spreaded the ball around. I know he had 1,000-yard running back, and then was it 1,000-yard receiver or 2? I think it was 2. Yeah, I think it was 2. So seeing things like that, it's just like a lot of hope and confidence going into the future, and I believe it's easier to follow him.
I mean, you mentioned that Barry just kind of had some swagger.